Let me start with a reality check. In 2026, the UK job market has an average of 140 applicants per role, which is a 59% increase in competition. At the same time, only 30% of graduates are securing full-time jobs, and job vacancies have dropped nearly 9 to 10% since 2023. So if you're applying and getting constant rejections, it is not just you. The market has genuinely become more competitive. But here is something most people do not know. Despite all of this, the UK is still issuing thousands of visa sponsorships every year, especially through NHS, councils, and universities. For example, Manchester University NHS Trust alone issued over 2,570 certificate of sponsorships, and Leicester NHS Trust issued more than 2,100 sponsorships. So the problem is not jobs do not exist. The real problem is that most people are applying in the wrong way. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Your Knowledge Buddy. This is Sarika. In today's video, I'm going to give you a complete UK job strategy for 2026 based on real data, hiring trends, visa rules, and actual sponsorship patterns. If you follow this properly, you will stop applying randomly and start applying strategically. Now, UK job reality. Let us first understand what is happening in the UK job market. Unemployment has risen to around 4.8% and job postings are approx 14% lower than the pre-pandemic levels. This has created what we call an employer-driven market, where companies have more choice and are becoming more selective. This means that the old strategy of mass applying no longer works. Why most people are failing? Most candidates are making the same mistakes. They apply only in London. They focus only on big companies like Deloitte, Amazon, or Google. They send generic CVs without tailoring them, and they rely only on job portals. But when there are 140 applicants per role, this approach simply does not work anymore. You need to be much more targeted and strategic. So, where the real opportunities are, even though the market is competitive, there are still strong opportunities in specific sectors. Healthcare, technology, engineering, and education continue to have demand and sponsorship potential. For example, healthcare alone has around 148,000 sponsorship openings, making it one of the largest visa sponsorship sectors in the UK. Technology roles such as AI, cloud computing, and data analytics are also growing rapidly and often meet salary thresholds. Engineering demand is increasing due to infrastructure projects like HS2 and renewable energy expansion. So, instead of applying everywhere, you should focus your efforts on sectors that actually sponsor. Now, NHS Strategy, most important section, okay? Now, let me show you one of the biggest opportunities in the UK. The NHS is one of the largest visa sponsors in this country. This is not just a claim, this is backed by real data. Some of the top NHS trusts issuing sponsorships include Manchester University NHS Trust with over 2,570 sponsorships, University Hospitals Bristol's with around 2,336 sponsorships, Leicester NHS Trust with more than 21,000 sponsorships, Nottingham NHS Trust with over 1,800 sponsorships, Cambridge NHS Trust with more than 1,700 sponsorships. These numbers nearly show that the NHS is consistently hiring and sponsoring international candidates. NHS strategy you must follow. However, not all NHS roles are equal. The most reliable pathway for sponsorship is through Band 5 and above roles, such as nurses, allied health professionals, doctors in training. Band 2 to Band 4 roles are usually not a safe long-term sponsorship pathway. So if you combine the right NHS trust, the right band, and the right location, your chances of getting sponsored increases significantly. Now, second strategy, council strategy, which is the hidden opportunity. Now, let me show you something that most people completely ignore. UK councils. Now, councils are also issuing certificate of sponsorships under the skilled worker route. For example, Cambridge County Council issued around 124 sponsorships. Hampshire Council issued around 98 sponsorships. Coventry City Council issued around 98 sponsorships. Edinburgh Council issued around 97 sponsorships. Now, most of these roles are in health and social care, government roles like legal, operations, and administrative roles. Another important insight is that many consuls have peak hiring periods in October and November. Since very few international students target consuls, this creates a unique advantage: lower competition and higher chances of success. Now, let's move to location strategy, which is again very important. Now, let us talk about the location. Most candidates apply only in London. However, London has the highest competition, often with 140 plus applicants per role. Meanwhile, cities like Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham, Bristol, and Cambridge have a strong job markets, active sponsors, and significantly lower competition. For example, Manchester alone has more than 80 licensed sponsors, and cities like Leeds and Birmingham offer 30 to 40% lower living costs compared to London. So, expanding your search beyond London can dramatically improve your chances. Now, let's look at salary and visa rules. Now, let us talk about visa requirements. In 2026, the skilled worker visa salary threshold is around 38,700 to 41,700 depending on the rule. This means that if the job does not meet the salary requirement, it cannot sponsor you. Exceptions are about the new entrant category where 33,000 salary you have to meet. So before applying, always check salary level, SOC code, job eligibility. This simple step can save you months of wasted effort. Now let's talk about skills shift in 2026. Another major shift in the UK job market is skills. Employers now expect candidates to have a hybrid skill set. This includes technical skills like SQL, Python, and Excel, understanding of AI tools, strong communication, and problem-solving skills. This is because AI is already automating many entry-level tasks. So you need to position yourself as someone who can add value, not just someone looking for a job. Now let's talk about ATS and hidden job market. Another important insight is that around 70% of high-end jobs are never publicly advertised. This means that if you're only applying through job portals, you are missing a huge portion of opportunities. You need to use LinkedIn effectively, connect with the hiring managers, leverage referrals, network actively. Also, most companies use ATS systems which filter CVs before a human even sees them. So your CV must be keyword optimized, tailored to the job, structured properly. Now let's talk about timing strategy. Timing is another critical factor. For NHS and consuls, peak hiring periods are usually October, November, and January. Applying during this period significantly increases your chances of getting shortlisted. Now, the final strategy summary. Let me simplify everything for you. If you want to succeed in the job market in 2026, target NHS Trust and consuls actively. Focus on high demand sectors. Apply in multiple cities, not just London. Ensure your role meets visa salary requirements. Optimize your CV for ATS systems and use LinkedIn and networking. And don't forget to apply at the right time. This is how you move from random applications to strategic success. The final truth, let me be honest with you, the UK job market is still full of opportunities, but it is no longer easy. If you combine the right sector, the right location, the right timing, and the right strategy, you can still secure a job with visa sponsorship. If you do not want to figure all of this out on your own, I can help you. I've created a UK job assistance program where I guide you step by step. I help you target the right NHS Trust, consuls, and universities, and definitely build a sponsorship ready CV, apply strategically, prepare for interviews, understand the UK job market properly. If you're serious about getting a job in the UK, comment job below and I will personally send you all the details. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who needs this. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.